Okay, we should be streaming now. Welcome to everyone that's just joining in. If you guys are watching, I'm still waiting on people to join in. But if you're watching from YouTube, if you're like rewatching in, if you're like deciding, you know what, I'm going to rewatch over the stream, or I'm just going to listen and watch on what I'm doing, that's perfectly fine. I just want to let you guys know you can download the add-on below. There is a link to the download below on our website down there. So you can just go up to the download page. You can hit download. Welcome to all the viewers that are joining in. Welcome, 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 Mr. Dinger. In case you guys, everybody who's joining in, we're going to be playing my add-on once again, I know, for the 50th time. But we just actually maybe 10 minutes ago just launched a new version of Cave Enhancements called Cave Enhancements Lite, which was a previous version that we introduced a while ago. But this version is sort of for lower end devices. Um, I just wanted to show it off on a quick live stream and kind of just get back to answering those add-on questions and stuff that you guys have. Like I said, um, I really do enjoy this type of stuff. But like I said, if anybody's rewatching over the stream, I don't know how popular it's going to be, and I could care less how popular it's going to be. Right now, what I care about is just having fun in a live stream. So why not? Let's get into it. So anybody who's joining, leaving, staying for a while, you guys can go ahead and say hello in chat. And if you guys feel like this is boring, feel free to leave. I'm not holding you here. But we're just going to create a world here. We're just going to call it Light Fun. And normally, Cave Enhancements Lite is optimized for lower end devices. If you guys actually want a tutorial on how to make add-ons for lower end devices, so if you guys have add-ons out there that are not meant for lower end devices, that's kind of what Cave Enhancements Lite is. It is made for lower end devices, and I can show you guys properly how to optimize your add-on for lower end devices. So my add-on Cave Enhancements, the full version, is actually meant for sort of medium to higher end devices because it modifies a lot of world generation. So if you have an add-on that has like 100 different ores, there's certain techniques you can use to actually um, sort of lower that generation and sort of keep it optimized for mobile. Because if you guys are mobile players out there and you wanted to play Cave Enhancements, now you finally can with Cave Enhancements Lite. So I'm going to equip the pack here and just create a new world. But while we're loading in, you'll actually notice just how fast this actually loads in. Normally with Cave Enhancements, it takes just, you know what I mean, it takes about a full minute to actually load in. But now, um, it may take just a few seconds. So like I said, everyone who's joining in, welcome. We're just hanging out here answering add-on questions. So if you have any add-on questions in chat, this is not mainly for a sort of survival gameplay video. I don't know why I'm in creative. That was a bad choice. I should go back into survival. But, I'm just kind of showing off the differences that Cave Enhancements Lite offers and what differences, the little differences that optimizing your add-ons for mobile can change. If anyone wants to download this add-on that I'm playing, go to our website below. You can click on that download page right at the top, and you will be welcomed by the download page. And all the options on how to download Cave Enhancements, the full version and the Lite version, are on there up for download. So if you do want to, feel free to check that out. But once again, welcome to everyone that's joining in. I hope everyone's having a good evening, night, day, wherever. One of the most amazing parts of YouTube is that you can actually enjoy people from different countries, different areas. Welcome to everyone that's joining in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just playing some Cave Enhancements Lite, which is just came out. So if anyone's on mobile out there, you mobile players, you guys understand the struggle of being, the one add-on, player that's left out. I mean, even if you develop on mobile, I mean, you're developing some add-on that adds a lot of world generation, a lot of new entities. You mobile players truly understand the struggle of having to worry about, um, certain things in your add-on, because if you're playing on mobile, not every add-on is meant for mobile. You go on mcpedl.com and you go to download, one of the more popular add-ons on there. It may glitch out your Minecraft completely and, heat up your device. You know, I have some tablet that I used to play on a while ago, and I downloaded add-ons on there, and the whole thing was like it was caught on fire. So I understand you guys out there, and it's one of the reasons why Cave Enhancements Lite exists, because I want the mobile players to enjoy that experience. You know what I mean? It's just you want to make sure that every single bit of every single bit of the community enjoys your add-on experience. It's one of the interesting parts of add-ons. You have to make sure that you're knowing what you're doing for each platform, because then you get people who are commenting on your thing saying doesn't work on mobile, or doesn't work on my laptop or something like that. Because you don't want people to be commenting on your creations like that. You know what I mean? You don't want someone to say, hey, why doesn't this add-on work on mobile or, whatever. So that's what I'm kind of here to show off Cave Enhancements Lite and how it works. And I'm going to explain it just a minute. And I'll show you once we get to the cave generation part on why you can still make cave generation, but for lower optimized systems. Because right now this is no lag at all. Well, then again, I am playing on a sort of higher end PC right now, but it doesn't change the fact that it's still super, super smooth. It's not, I mean, normally with cave enhancements, I'm maybe running at 30 FPS, maybe generating about 10 chunks every, 2 minutes or so, which is really, really slow, even for a lower end computer. So now with Lite version, it's actually is Lite. I may actually use my main version for testing and stuff because Lite is just, I mean, it's quick, it's fast, it's smooth. So if any of you guys have add-ons out there that use custom ores, one of the things you want to start doing is lowering that generation rate. I just came by to say hi to Warhead. Hey, Brocraft man, how you doing? But yeah, uh, I hope everyone is having a good night out there. But one of the things you want to do in your add-on. So say, for example, you're creating an add-on that has a lot of ores. You want to change that. It's called iterations. That's found in the feature rules. Speaking of ores, I'm just going to grab some stone if I can even speak. But keep in mind that items and blocks, a lot of items and blocks won't actually break a mobile or low-end device. So if you have an add-on that has hundreds of blocks, your add-on will not break a mobile device unless it adds thousands of new blocks. I mean, there's a certain level, I mean, that the game can go to. On that side, blocks and items usually won't crash a mobile device or something like that unless they use, extremely complex events and stuff. They probably won't crash a mobile device. I'm just specifically talking about world generation. So if you add ores, if you add anything that generates randomly in the world and you get mobile player comments saying that the game instantly crashes or something like that, you want to make sure that your generation is lowered by a lot. So try to keep it in the same sort of category of common. Like say this ore right here, it's called bauxite. Um, what I did with this is I lowered the generation from about, I believe it was at 6 iterations, and I lowered it to about 4. So I kind of gave it that lower iterations with the same count of ores. Is there a way to make add-ons without experimental gameplay? Yes, there is. That's what the marketplace uses. The marketplace standards. So if you are ever going to become a marketplace creator, you cannot use experimental stuff. And the current experimental stuff would be features and feature rules, which is ores. Um, I believe that the new block and item standards, like custom tools and stuff, they're not supported. Bridge actually has, if you set your default format version or your default project version to 1.16.0, that's all the things that you can use. So you can do basic custom blocks, I believe. You just have to mess around with it, but yeah, it is possible, and that's what the marketplace uses. If you actually notice some of the more recent maps, such as Bloom, Simburbia, and a few of the other like newer maps that came out recently, like from the major creators, they actually are using experimental gameplay. So you can't do it. Like, it's kind of hard to explain because Bloom and stuff, I believe it was just for those maps to show off the new power of add-ons, but people suspect that in February we're not going to have to use experimental gameplay anymore for um, add-ons and stuff. So if you guys have an add-on and you want to stop using experimental gameplay, make sure you have that right format because there's a lot of things that you can't use. I just checked your Twitter and there's a new skeleton design. Yes, there is. That is made by wonderful EX Drill or X Drill, however you want to pronounce it. He makes all of our models and textures, and that is coming for one of the next updates of Cave Enhancements. I'm not going to go too deep into it. If you caught what I said there, then you'll understand. But I'm not going to go too deep into it. So yeah, it's really really awesome though. I cannot wait to introduce our next update. This next update's coming out, and I don't know if Lite will be able to support it because Lite obviously the basis for cave enhancements is the generation, so you got to make sure that mobile can handle it. And Lite is sort of that mobile side of things you got to make sure. It's another thing you have to be self-conscious of. I mean, do you want your add-on to use experimental gameplay? Do you want your add-on to be mobile friendly? That's one of the things you want to worry about when you're creating an add-on. If you're new to creating add-ons and you're just messing around, making things for maybe a personal server, a world, or for just friends, just to mess around, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you're thinking about going towards the marketplace or going towards MCP, DL, or publicly posting your add-on, you have to make sure that your add-on is designed to work on all platforms because people don't like an add-on, or imagine that you're playing a game, right? You're playing Minecraft, right? You want Minecraft to run smoothly on mobile, Xbox, PlayStation, and, Nintendo Switch, PC. You want it to run smoothly, right? Imagine you run on imagine you're on, Xbox and it runs great, but then you go on mobile and it's horrible. You know what I mean? It's part of that process. You have to make sure you have to treat add-ons like you're making a game almost, because you have to make sure that it's moderated for every single platform. I mean, because you have to consider that, and that's kind of one of the things that I wanted to show off with Cave Enhancements Lite is how you can do that in your add-ons. If you guys have any complicated entities, maybe you spawn in a bunch of new animals in the wild. That's something that uses world generation and generation tactics. So if you guys want to make your add-on, if you want to make your add-on mobilely supported, you want to, I don't think mobilely is a word, but you probably would want to lower that generation in the spawn rule for your animals. So say you're adding like a whole new nature add-on, right? Like say you're calling it animals like plus plus, whatever. And in this add-on you add like 100 new animals to find. What you want to do is you want to lower that spawn rate for the most common. Hello, Lewis or Luis or I still don't know how to pronounce your name. I apologize. I'll just call you Lewis. But hello, Lewis. I hope you're having a good day, night, or evening, depending on where you live. But anyway, you want to make sure that your spawn rate for your spawn rule, I believe it's called the spawn rule, you want to make sure that that's lowered, right? So say your most common animal is a deer. You want to lower your most common one. You want to find the thing that causes that lower, generation. You want to find the thing that mobile players are having the issue with. And once you find the issue, then you can figure out how you want to lower it, optimize it, or just completely remove it. It's really up to you. I'm considering going down into this cave, though. I'm not 100% sure. Um, but okay. If anybody does want to talk to me on Xbox or Discord, I'm just gonna say this now. I'm not, someone that you have to come to me, I don't go by any schedule. You can come to me at any time on Discord or, on Xbox. You can just say, hey, Warhead, I came from YouTube, or, hey, Warhead, I'm a fan of Cave Enhancements, or just something like that. And, if you want to talk, because I will talk about add-ons. I will do a one-on-one experience, no price. I could care less about price. But if anybody's having issues with something specific in add-ons, we don't have to do a voice call. You don't have to use a microphone. You don't have to use whatever. I could care less on that. I understand that. Um, but I can give you that one-on-one sort of talking experience where I can lead you through the certain process because there's a lot of things that a lot of YouTubers explain, but you never actually get to talk to them. You never get to ask your specific questions. So if anybody ever has any specific questions to ask, I'm always free on Discord. If you don't know, um, where you could find me on Discord or Twitter or whatever. I will actually, and that was a pointless cave, but I will actually link. There is my website below, so if you want to go down there, you can actually go in the downloads tab. There should be a Discord little box there. You can hit connect. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or DM me on Twitter or whatever, just it's at Warhead5170. So it's not 51707, but it's 5170. For some reason, 51707 was taken, probably by one of my alt accounts. I've been banned from Twitter multiple times. It's not because I've done anything bad, it's kind of because I've created multiple alt accounts for, I don't know, there was a lot of interesting reasons, but, yeah, Twitter's definitely a bit strange. Ooh, wow, okay, but yeah, you want to make sure that your add-on's mobilely supported. That's pretty much the whole purpose of this video, just to kind of hang out and understand that so you guys understand, the community understands the mobile community needs some support as well because a lot of fans of Minecraft Java, they look at mobile and they say that's how they define Minecraft Bedrock Edition. They define it by mobile. If you can make mobile look like a good platform, right? With these huge cool add-ons, I don't even know how to get back. But if you can, make mobile look good, then your add-on experience and your personal status as a creator, might go up just a little bit higher from that community. I'm trying to figure out a way to get out of here. If anyone's new to these streams, this is kind of how they go. I sit here and we just talk about add-on topics and stuff. So if anyone, once again, if anyone finds this boring, dumb, or just, got to do something else, I understand it. I'm not going to be one of those streamers who's going to force you there. I'm not going to be one of those people because that's not how you usually make content, I believe. Um, I believe. So, anyone who has any questions can ask in chat as well. If anyone wants to ask me anything specific, or just say hello, or any questions about anything that I've posted in the past, feel free to ask questions. Now, if you want to know how anything was created in Cave Enhancements, which I wish I could show you guys the cave generation, but sadly, I cannot actually get down there. Is it possible to add biomes, or feature rules to different dimensions? Uh, so you can add biomes to the Nether and the Overworld, obviously, but sadly you cannot add biomes to the end. You can add features and feature rules to all biomes. So if you want to add an ore, you could add ores in the end, Nether, and Overworld. You can do whatever you want with features and feature rules on that end of things. Different dimensions are not possible yet. There is someone named Dacon Black Rose you can search up. In one of his most recent videos, he made some sort of dimension template. Ooh. But this dimension template, it's not a real dimension. It just teleports the player. I am dying of hunger. If I die... Ooh, here we go. But this template just teleports the user to a sort of place in the end that's just a void. So this void he filled up with structures. So you can make like bootleg biomes, but if you want a, or not biomes, you can make bootleg dimensions, but if you want a real dimension, it's not possible yet. Um, as far as I've been told, they are going to introduce dimensions soon. Well, not soon, but as soon as they can, because they're trying to. I believe they're trying to take things step by step here in the add-on community. You'll notice that it took them forever, like literally years, to introduce custom tools, which we just got recently in September or something like that. September, August. But yeah, it's all about patience when they introduce stuff. You may, sit there and you wait and, why is this stuff not possible with add-ons? Because add-ons are the officially supported thing, for the marketplace and for creators. So if you look at mods for Java, technically mods for Java are not officially supported. I mean, they're not, Minecraft doesn't look down on them. They really do like the modding community on Java as well. It's just Java isn't, they don't really have an officially supported platform except data packs, which are very basic, just editing vanilla files. That's why when you look at a Java player, they call these like they call add-ons for Bedrock data packs, when they're not. They're their own separate thing. It's like a breed between a data pack and a mod. Um, which is why they're called add-ons. So yeah, it's kind of Mojang trying to push this sort of marketplace thing, and it's kind of going to be interesting. So if they ever delete the marketplace, I don't know what add-ons will be, because add-ons were mainly made for the marketplace. Mojang does like external creators like us. That's why they leave the vanilla resource packs and behavior packs downloadable for external creators. That's what they did in the beginning. I'm pretty sure on Minecraft.net or whatever you can find their add-ons page, and on the add-ons page they have the option for, they talk about like external creators and stuff, and we are in the jungle. So I apologize if I'm just going on and on here. Like I said, this is kind of the format of these streams. Just kind of me talking about topics that have to do with add-ons. If you do hear me go quiet randomly at any moment in the stream, that's because I either disconnected, I had to go do something, or I just genuinely had to mute my microphone. So I apologize on that. Here's an interesting jungle temple, and I'm gonna die. Well, I could get some cocoa beans for cookies, but I don't know if cookies require sugar. So, I've entered all my items slash tiles into my resource packs ENUS link file, yet everything still appears as, for example, reborn steel ingot, except for the blocks. The tiles work fine. So Azure, if you are having issues with the lang file, the name, the sort of display name, in your item file, if you have format version 1.16.100 set in your item, what you want to do is you want to use the display name, I forgot what it's called, the display name component in the item behavior pack file, and you can actually set the display name through there. They changed it recently, so if you're going to use items in there, use items that way through the display name component. If you're talking about blocks, yeah, blocks should work fine. But that should be how you would do it for an item. So you want to use the display name component under the items behavior pack file. How would you make a tree generation on a biome? Like if I want to make a maple forest or upgradable biomes in general. If you wanted to make a tree generation in a biome, I'd actually recommend using structures. So, like making a tree in game, making different variants of your tree, and you can actually turn those into structures. Like I said, my structures video is arriving soon, so you guys can, stay, tuned or whatever you want to call it, for the structures video. I'm really scared to walk down here because I don't know if there's traps. I don't remember. Okay, so I should enter the items in the lang file, or do I have to do the component? Not understood. Yeah, so don't enter them in the lang file, but enter the component Minecraft display name in the items behavior pack file, and then you can edit the value of the display name. So it should be display name value, and then yeah, if you have any more questions on it, you could probably, I don't know how to do this. I believe there's an arrow that comes out though. Oh, wow. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, don't tell me there's something there. Oh, yep. I figured as much. Luckily, when we do these types of videos, it's not really a real survival world. We just kind of mess around here and we kind of, just go over topics. But yeah, if you do want to make those trees, as I said before, Lewis or Luis, um, just you want to create a structure in game and you want to export it as a structure file. And then once you export as structure file, um, you can actually make that generate. And in my structures video, I'll go over how to do that within Bridge. There's another program called Feature Rule Generator as well. It's free. Feature Rule Generator V2 is free as well. But basically, it's Feature Rule Generator V2 can basically scan your world for a structure and it'll automatically turn it into a naturally generating structure. I'll go over that program in the video, but that video is still a work in progress. I'm also going to be doing a biomes video. So if anybody's interested in how to create a custom biome, because there's definitely a few things. In the custom biomes video, I'll explain how to create custom generating grass as well, because grass doesn't come with the biome. So like say you're creating, in your biome, obviously custom grass doesn't generate features rules, which features and feature rules with custom grass is a bit complicated, because you need to use scatter features, which um, they can be complicated for some people if they don't understand how features and feature rules fully work yet. Because I know the basics of, well, more than the basics, but I know enough about each feature and feature rule type. How to make cave biome. So if you want to make a biome generate underground, like sort of a cave biome, I actually don't use. It depends on what you mean. So for the cave biomes, like say the desert caves, which are just corresponding, like say there's a desert biome on top and then underground it's like sandy stone. I use just features and feature rules for that. That just replaces all the normal stone with my new type of like sandy stone. But if you want to know how to make a proper like cave exclusive biome, right now the only best thing we have towards that is structures. So you would just make a structure that would generate underground that's similar to some sort of biome that would blend in. So for example, I use the crystal cave and the mossy caves and stuff as a sort of cave biome. But if you want to make a, I'm trying to think right now. If you wanted to make, I'm really confused on what I was about to say, but yeah, that's kind of the basics on that. I can't wait till 1.17 comes out. A lot of people will think cave enhancements will end. You know what I mean? It's got new cave generation. A lot of people think that I was just copying 1.17, but if you want to know cave enhancements or the upcoming project overworld enhancements, which you may have saw if you go back in the stream, you'll see that I actually had that pack in my downloaded pack. So I'm not going to go over anything overworld enhancements that's top secret, but you can see the pack. I do have it within my behavior packs and resource packs. I will not be going over anything overworld enhancements until the day that it comes out or around when it comes out. Overworld enhancements is very complicated. I'm trying to make a scythe and want to make it give you regeneration when you attack a mob. I have been told by AX Drill that it has to do with the Minecraft weapon component when you attack a mob. So basically, it would have to do with a Minecraft weapon. So within the Minecraft weapon component, I believe I did see you ask that question within the Bridge Discord. Basically, within the Minecraft weapon component, there's on hit event. So say that when you attack a mob, it would be on hit. Um, you basically trigger an event. If you don't know how to make an event, I kind of go over that in the food video, how to trigger a sort of I don't know if I do go over that in the food video, but you can look at the golden apple as a template. I'm not sure what's going on. We might have some stream issues here, so anybody who's having issues with the stream, I apologize on that. So I will just wait a moment for the stream to load back in on my end. So if you guys can actually see everything and I'm just going crazy, if the stream is disconnecting and lagging for you, just give me a moment here to give everyone a moment to reconnect to the sort of stream. But anyways, Azure, what you want to do is create an event that gives the player, so it would be add mob effect, so it would be event, add mob under, under events in the item, then you create event name, whatever you want to call it, you could just create it regen, and then under it, it would be add mob effect, effect regeneration for how many seconds, and which would be called duration, and then the modifier I believe would be like what value, like what do you want, regeneration 1, regeneration 2, you know what I mean? That goes by, so 0, it goes from 0 to 255. So 0 would be regeneration 1, 2 would be, or 1 would be regeneration 2. You get the point. But basically, when you're setting up the event, it would just be add mob effect, regeneration, and then the on hit, under the weapon component, you would specify the event. So basically, under weapon component, on hit, and then whatever the event name was. If that makes sense, no, not sense at all. I can help you out on Discord. I can kind of show you, sort of, I'll make a little clip if you still need help on Discord, because I did see you on the Bridge Discord, so I can help you out if you're still like completely confused on what I just said. But anyways, to the next question here. There's no identifier for grass, but there's one for tall grass. How would you, for example, make more grass and vegetation spawn around the world? So I'm about to die of hunger once again. I'm actually gonna make it peaceful just so I can answer this question. I know, but what is going on? Oh man, okay. Well, Minecraft just unfortunately crashed for me. I'm relaunching now. But anyways, the identifier the identifier for grass. So basically, grass uses something called states, similar to how stone uses states. So you may notice that within, like if you're specifying a type of stone, it would be, like if you basically, it would be Minecraft grass and then states and then grass type, and that's where you would specify the type of grass, so whether it be tall grass, I don't know what else is considered a grass type. I'm actually going to do the little trick here to refresh the world generation. If anybody does notice overworld enhancements in my packs, just ignore it. Just ignore it there. But I will play. Okay. So, so if you wanted to specify a specific grass type, you would just specify that grass type within states. So say you have a feature rule and a feature that generates. Let's try turning it into peaceful now. If it crashes again, then that's just the issue with cave enhancements. A lot of times when you're dealing with unstable large add-ons, um, you may notice that it crashes a lot, and that's normal. It's part of the process, and it did crash. That is definitely a glitch right there. Changing game mode or difficulty can crash the game. That's actually an interesting thing. If you guys have large add-ons, if you're dealing with like large add-ons and stuff and you're experiencing crashes, that may just be on Mojang's side, because Mojang, I mean, they actually run obviously the development process, so you may notice that things may be a bit different and you may discover a new bug. So it's always good to report it on that bugs dot on that gyro thing there. So yeah, I guess we did come across a bug with changing the difficulty. Sometimes leaving the game actually causes a crash. It's definitely one of those things that's sad about cave enhancements, because I want a lot of people to enjoy it, but when it crashes a lot like this, I mean, obviously Lite is 10 times more stable than the original cave enhancements, version is. I mean, it really depends on what platform you're playing on, but I do want to show you guys um, ooh, the Lite cave generation. So basically, the way that Lite's caves generate is that they generate smoother. They generate the old way that cave enhancements used to. So back in the beginning stages of cave enhancements cave generation, I used a very smooth, like, because nowadays cave generation is taller. So basically, you go down, it's more like explorative. You know, it's more fun. But with Light's cave generation, I'm using the old style. Of just a flat, so it's kind of at the same sort of height levels. So you'll notice that this cave generation is a lot smaller, it's a lot more compact, but it's still the same sort of feeling you get from cave enhancements. So you still get this sort of cave generation experience, and sometimes you just get these pockets of caves. You know, you still get the mushrooms spawning, you still get the crystals spawning in, but you'll notice how smooth and how like flat these sort of generation is, and how just more interesting it can be. Can it can be possible to stop an event when the XP of a player gets to 0. Nice videos about add-ons. Thank you, PoE Beats. Your question is, can it be possible to stop an event? So if you wanted to stop an event, I'm not 100% sure. You might actually have to use commands for that one. So say you could do a command that's I believe it's called detect or something like that, and basically it would detect. It would be slash execute detect, and then you would use you would test for XP level, and when the XP level hits 0, you would actually trigger a command that might stop the event. I'm not 100% sure because it's very unstable. So if you can figure out a way with commands, because I know you can trigger a command when the player hits 0 XP, but I don't know about actually stopping an event. So say your event, if you can make some sort of event that uses commands and you just stop those commands, then that would be different. I mean, it would work like that, but that would pretty much be the only way. So like, there's no way with add-ons that you could do that, but with commands, yes, you can make a function using add-ons that does that. But yeah, here's kind of the cave generation. I really do think it's nicer than normal. I don't know if I wanted to change. I don't know if I want to change this, like update this cave generation to normal cave enhancements, but I don't think I should. One last question. Will you do a video on biomes? Yes, I will. The biomes video will be coming out. My video schedule's very, you could probably tell it's very off. You know, I mean, sometimes I post once a month, sometimes I post once a week. Um, I kind of do videos when I have free time, and obviously right now I'm doing a lot of Cave Enhancements development. So I feel like live streams are the only way for me to get my game crashed. But besides getting my game crashed, I feel like live streams are my. We are coming across so many crashes today, but I feel like live streams are my only way to actually let you guys know that I'm still around. You know what I mean? And I don't have time to fully edit and film a video, especially since I need to make a thumbnail and stuff, which can take a while sometimes, or it's just simply just text over an image sometimes. Um, it really depends on the quality that I'm going for. So as we load back in for the 8th time, um, I'm actually going to go in creative for this one. So this is going to be around the end of the stream. I want to make this a quick stream, but to answer your question, yes, I will be doing a video on biomes soon, and I don't know how soon is soon, but it's soon. um, so I do want to go into creative here, and I want to show you guys that Lite with, like I said, if you want your add-on to be mobile supported, you can have, as far as I know, you can have as many items as you want, as long as they're not 3D items. 3D items can cause a lot of lag. But to everyone that's watching right now, you can see this is all the default items from Cave Enhancements. Nothing much has been changed. And you can see most of these textures were actually retextured by EX You can see how amazing he actually is at retexturing. Well, have a good night. Yeah, you too. I really appreciate you guys watching, but it's not the end just yet. I do want to explain a few more things to the people that are sticking around and wanting to watch. But you do notice that you know, you can still have all your items all in the creative inventory. Like I said, these textures were made awesomely by EX Some of these were made by me, like these crystal ones, like the calcite crystal made by me, kryptonite crystal. There's a story behind kryptonite. A lot of people think that you can actually go to Krypton and stuff. Obviously, that is a sort of Easter egg that I put in there back in the day, many months ago, if I can even speak. I put that in there, for Superman. Man, I figured people would think, oh man, that's an Easter egg. People actually thought they could go to Krypton. I don't blame them though. I did reference it a few times and it made me it made me laugh a little bit. But yeah, I do like these crystal textures. I took the normal quartz texture, as you can see, and sort of modified it my own way. So you can see these two kind of use default quartz, but then I sort of started to modify it. And then there's the amber dipped foods, which I really like. And then of course there's all this, which I'm not going to go into. Um, but there is something I want to show you guys. So there is one 3D item. Um, if you do want a 3D items video, you notice this is a full-on, it's an item. If you do want a 3D items video, I can do so. But this 3D item was made by Gecko Caretaker. But 3D items are not safe for mobile. That's all I have to say. If you're going to use 3D items in your add-on, make sure you have 1 to 2. If your add-on is based on 3D items, find a way to fix it. Only because 3D items are very, it changes the player model and can definitely crash the game on mobile if you're holding in your hand. You can see the way this is, and it looks really nice, of course, but if I was on mobile right now and I had a bunch of 3D items, I don't know how stable that would run. So it's kind of a meh thing. It's the same thing with armor. It's not always the best choice. This is actually diamond alloy armor. It kind of uses the default textures. It looks very similar. It's our newest armor. I think it looks decent enough. Its textures obviously made by EX Drill once again. But if you guys are actually wanting to know how to create custom armor, there's a custom armor video in my previous videos. But yeah, that's kind of that custom armor that uses some really nice texturing there. But my whole point of this sort of creative inventory showcase all of a sudden was just to show you guys that we can. Oop, I believe we're having some connection issues. But I just want to show you guys you can still have all your items if you're gonna make a mobily um, nice add-on. Then you probably want to, what is going on here? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. I apologize to everyone that's experiencing this buffering currently. Um, it may be many seconds back because I'm sort of seeing the preview of the stream. Obviously, it's the way that the YouTube Live dashboard works. You sort of see a preview of the stream. I know it's really poor status right now, so I apologize to everyone that's having some issues. I'm not completely sure, but can you edit currently existing loot tables with Bridge, right? You can edit entity loot tables, not block loot tables, but you can edit just entity loot tables. I believe recently they actually did just they did just make the what's it called, the bonus chest loot table public, so you can actually edit the bonus chest loot table as well. So there's some loot tables you can edit. You can edit all entity ones, but if you're going to edit block ones, like default block ones, you can't do that. You can kind of do a trick with commands, but currently you cannot actually do that. So I think I might just end it here. I know it's a bit random of a stream, so not Desert Pyramid loot tables. As far as I know, no. Um, you can try. You can search it up in the templates. You can search up Desert Temple, maybe something like that. But I'm not 100% sure that structures are available for editing. They might be, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Mainly most of my loot tables I do, I'm not really familiar with editing existing loot tables. Are you going to add the mob to this update? What do you mean the mob? There is already one mob in Cave Enhancements, and that's the gecko, which is right here. And the gecko texture and model and animation was made by Gecko Caretaker. But You're trying to edit blazes and pyramids, yeah. But this gecko, I obviously did the behind the scenes sort of behavior for it. So, like, telling it how to walk, if it can be tamed, stuff like that. But he did all the amazing textures and um, animations and stuff. Textures and animations are really hard, which is why I'm trying to avoid a block bench video. Um, I'm actually going to do something real quick for you guys. I'm actually going to open up Blockbench because there's something I want to show you. So you'll notice that the stream sort of crashes real quick. But this is just a sort of token. A token. This is sort of like a hint to what's to come. I'm about to show you guys some of my already existing models. I'm trying to find this. I'm going to change my screen. So if anybody's noticing right now, obviously there's nothing on the stream. That is because it was not changed properly. Just give me one moment, everyone. I apologize. If you want to, we're just at the end here. We're just messing around at this point, so you don't have to stay, and you don't have to leave either if you don't want to. And if you're already gone, then I cannot currently see the capture specific window. Give me a moment. Blockbench.exe. Okay. So now it should be recording Blockbench. I'm not 100% sure because it doesn't want to. You know what? Maybe the only way to actually stream is if I stream the whole window, which I can do. I will stream the whole window. Display capture. Okay, so there we go. Display capture 1. Can you guys see? So here's my desktop, I believe. You should be able to see it. If not, that is fine. But there's that. So anyways, here is Blockbench. We're sort of just getting in here. I did recently just close the window and reopen it back up. Um, anyway, here is Blockbench. In case you guys aren't familiar with it, Blockbench is used for creating entities and block models. So I'm just going to be using this as a apparently I cannot request the model. So I'm just going to be using this one. Oh, apparently I couldn't find that one either. So I'm just going to be using this one as an example. Okay, finally. So this is for an upcoming this is for an upcoming um overworld enhancements thing. It's a villager head, obviously, and it's just used for decoration, if I'm being completely honest. But I'm getting to this in a minute here, and you'll explain why. Why am I on Blockbench? You know what I mean? There's really no point I should be on Blockbench right now. I'm in one of my upcoming videos. I'm gonna be going over a Blockbench plugin. Now, you guys maybe wondering, what do you mean Blockbench plugin? Um, so this head right here, I'm using as custom block, right? And you guys want custom collision boxes and custom, because you don't want it to be the size of a full block. You want it so when people break it, it's the size of a villager head. So would you choose modded entity for a bedrock entity model? What do you mean? I don't understand. But this head right here, obviously you want the player to break it, so you want to know exactly what collision boxes you choose. So there's a recent plugin that just came out by Arcaniacs. I'll go over in a minute. Currently it's only on Discord, but basically if I go to filter and I go to Bedrock Block Exporter, he actually created, or he or she, they actually created a program that you can see your collision box. So if you wanted to enable collision, you can move the box around, right? So if you want your collision box to be huge or small, right, and it's a really, really nice program made by Arcaniacs here, or a plugin, not program. But basically, you can measure what collision boxes you want it. So if you want, to mess around with collision, like if you want it to be like this, you can actually see for a custom block, it specifies stuff like this. It was the main menu of Blockbench when you first got on, I believe. I don't know. I still don't understand. But yeah, it's a really nice plugin. You can actually, it's really something that Bedrock creators like us needed. We needed some sort of thing that can measure the collision box. So now we can see where the collision box is. So this green line right here shows us where the collision box is. So when you're breaking the block in game, it'll actually break it down here instead of being the size of a full block. And it's really, really, really nice program right there. I just want to show you guys that because that is for an upcoming video. This is a private plugin. It's just a imported plugin through a script. If you guys do want to find it, I believe his name is Arcaniacs on Twitter. I don't know how to spell it, but I will go over that in the video. I just want to show it off so you guys kind of get an understanding. But I will go back to my Blockbench home so Azor can tell me what I was or what I'm confused about. Here's my Blockbench home. Obviously, everything showing on these models. None of these are really content that the public doesn't know about. So if you guys think you're seeing some private content, well, it kind of is, but at the same time, it's not really. But it definitely, it's some interesting content. Like this right here, this is what I use for my 3D block model or render. So if you guys want to know how to make a 3D block render like this, because Blockbench has some texture stretching issues. Under new, there's a block, Bedrock block model, and under new. Hold on. So say you want to create a picture, like similar to a 3D block render. Say here we go. So I have this amethyst block texture here, made by Chikorita Lover. All I have to go is right click, angles, isotropic right, and I can sort of create that screenshot. So say I want a screenshot model, now it'll look like that, and I can obviously update it. 3D block renders are really, really fun to mess around with. But under new, you said? I am still confused. Up here, you mean filter right here? Bedrock model, modded. I'm still confused on what you mean. Under new, there's Bedrock model and modded entity as well as other options. Oh yeah, I see what you mean here. So these are for most of these are for Java. So say you wanted to do so these are for Optifine, which is Java, modded entities with this Java. You want to create a Bedrock model if you're doing anything. Um, Obviously Java block and item, and then there's skin, which is skin is actually another one you might want to use if you're making a custom skin pack. Generic model, generic model is just obviously a model without restrictions for game engines. A skin one I actually find really interesting because you get to actually see the collision boxes of skin and what they actually allow. Because in Bedrock Edition, if I don't know if you guys remember, they used to allow 4D skins, what they were called, and they're basically modifications of the player model as a skin. So say you can actually do that nowadays as an add-on. But say I wanted to restretch this and call it my skin. Oop. Say I wanted to restretch this arm here, and now this is my skin, right? Oop. This is my skin, right? So people used to call these 4D skin models. They actually block these nowadays. The reason is because the player skin model only allows for this outer box here, and that's as much as you can go. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, that's that. But that's about it for the stream, everyone. I really did hope you enjoyed it enough. I really did enjoy everyone's questions, and I will try to post the video as soon as possible. If I do live stream again, that means that I did not post a video. So I'm just gonna try to post videos a lot more. I mean, there's a lot of work that I'm doing right now. If you do want to contact me, my website is below. So you can download Cave Enhancements. You can also go to the Discord. So if you have any questions, go to that website and it should have your answers. It does have mobile support now, finally, and I really do. Yeah, I'm actually really happy about that. So, anyways, hope everyone enjoyed. And I hope you guys have good luck with your add-ons out there. See you later.